Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back. I'm just going to be working on my envelope roll, and I don't get a chance to do it, so I thought I'd put on the camera. So it's just going to be a craft along. I will record a separate number 8 that is sort of the final reveal and what I would do differently. This is just me doing the stuff that I usually do off camera. So I'm going to do it on camera today. So welcome back here. Press the subscribe button. It's compulsory. Wish it worked that way, hey? Okay, I think what we're going to do is start with inking up the edges. So let's see everywhere where the edges are not inked. I haven't gotten any further than what I did last time. I literally just put on butterflies all over. I'll show you guys that in the final reveal, but you'll see a little bit of that now as I'm working on this. So if you want to specifically see that. So I don't want to be saying, so what are you guys doing? Like you can answer me back. And I've never actually seen in the comments that any of the people actually answer back. So what shall I tell you today? Do you want to hear what I have a bee in my bonnet about today? I'm not so much of a happy chappy on the one issue. But I suppose if I talk about it now, then I'll be preaching to the choir, not the guilty parties, if you're actually watching this. I was actually even considering making a video about this, so listen and then tell me if it's worth it making a video, or is it something you just want to leave. I think that I need to... Let me tell you the story first, and then I'll tell you my thinking around it. Okay. The other channel owners obviously wants to support each other. We all do. I mean, that's what you kind of do in the crafting world. Oh, I see I'm going to go to the inside here and see if I need to do... Okay, no, that inside is done. You know, you go around to other channels and you watch their videos, and then you comment on their videos to show your support. And then those channels in turn come back to you, watch your videos, and then make a comment to show their support. And although subscription for subscription is actually illegal in terms of the YouTube terms and conditions, so you can't do a sub for sub, but obviously this is in the junk journal world, so you are watching other channels that are also in the junk journal world. So what happened is one such a person, and it's only one that I specifically sort of what's the right word? Caught out. That's going to come across wrong. I'm now going to fall back on that. If I term things slightly differently, because I am not actually English speaking, so please listen between the lines. I went to a channel, I watched a video there. Very nice video. Made a comment on the video. I don't always comment, but if I feel that it's a nice video or I learned something or something, I like to leave an encouraging message. I often download videos, so then I don't have the ability to comment, because I actually watch them offline. And anyway, in this specific case, I left a comment, and very soon after that, a few minutes after that, the person answered my comment and then quickly after that, I had 2 comments, one each on my last 2 videos that I had uploaded. Basically showing that they watched my videos and that they were supporting me as well. Lovely. Then I thought, okay, my last video is 39 minutes long. I wonder how much of my video they actually watched. You know, just as a point of interest. So, seeing that my last video was about how to read your analytics and how to see what's going on your channel, this makes it worse or more ironical. I went into my analytics and I clicked on watch time in minutes, and the person watched 2 videos because they left comments on 2 videos for less than 1 minute, approximately half a minute. It's not an exact, it doesn't actually show you for less than a minute how much it is. So anything less than a minute. So it was about halfway between 0 and a minute that my channel had been watched in the last hour. And that person watched both my videos and managed to leave 2 comments. So how the YouTube algorithm works is it sees if people click on your video and then how engaged they are. So are they actually watching what you show, or do they just leave again very soon after that? So meaning that the video is not really interesting. If the algorithm decides that your video is not that interesting, then it doesn't suggest you to other people. Like, for instance, for me, it would be the junk journaling community. So it won't actually come up on people's home pages as a suggestion to watch. So what this person did by clicking on my video and leaving a comment and then promptly going to my other video and leaving a comment is they tried to show me that they were supporting me. But what they actually managed to do is to tell the YouTube algorithm that my video is not interesting, it's not worth watching, and as soon as you click on the video, then it's boring enough so that you can leave immediately. Like I say, it's quite ironic. It's on the exact video where I explained how to read your statistics on your video. So if the person had actually watched the video, she would have realized, I would have known. Yeah. So not only did she not support me, she actually actively harmed my channel. She actually told YouTube not an interesting video. So I am a little bit not happy. And that's me putting it very nice and tactfully. I'm actually considering making a video. But I know that's political, but I mean, I'm actually considering making a video that says, a sincere request to all my subscribers. Now, if you're not interested in the title, don't click on it. If you're not interested in the video, don't click on it, don't view it. I'm okay with that. But don't try to pull wool over my eyes. There's a better way of saying it, but I will not say it that way. It's got something to do with cattle and their dung. Anyway, so give me your opinion, guys. The point is, if you leave it, now, I realize the best option is to leave it. However, if you do leave it, then it will happen over and over and over and over again. So these people will just, for eternity's sake, supposedly support you, but not actually really supporting you. Now, I mean, I'm not just chasing a subscriber count or something. I mean, I'm really, maybe I'm still in la la land about the channel, and maybe I haven't got the facts yet, etc. But I'm actually trying to truly add value. I'm actually truly trying to show people maybe things that they haven't seen before, and bring a few new ideas, and you know, I'm not trying to be like every other junk journaling channel out there. I'm trying to be me. I'm trying to be unique. Obviously I'm learning, and there's a million things to learn, so obviously I'll make mistakes along the way as well. But I'm really trying to as I see there's knowledge, you know, that's why I make these technical videos. So I see there's problems with knowledge, like simple little things that I can explain to people. I try to do that. My main focus is obviously crafting, but if I know how to read your analytics and nobody else knows that, I mean, that's a valuable skill for a channel owner. Or if I know how to find the link to a channel that people that have been on YouTube a long time do not seem to know, that's a valuable skill, you know, because these are the little things that frustrate us. Like I hear videos of people saying, I don't know how to put a link in the description, you know, and I mean, be honest, I mean, we crafters, we're not always technically, we don't concentrate on technical things. It's not that we are stupid, or I mean, if we put our mind to it, we can figure it out. But still, it's as crafters, you never have time for those kind of things. You know, you want to craft, you want to do art. Your mind's not in solving technical issues. So yeah, here's my point. If I leave it, if I say nothing, then it goes on forever and ever. And quite frankly, I'd rather have 10 subscribers that actually value what I do and watch what I do, and, you know, add value, like really show them something that they want to see, rather than 100 subscribers and only 10 really watch my videos. Yeah, I think you're seeing a little bit of my rebel side right now. I'm not a conformist. I am in no way a conformist. I'm not a person that believes in doing everything like everybody else just for the sake of doing it like everybody else, because that's the way we've been doing it for the last 100 years. I am very much a rebel in that sense. So the little devil on my shoulder is telling me, tackle this thing by the horns, you know, speak up about it, and basically say to those people, like, look, if you're not interested in my video, you know, don't be interested. It's really, really okay. It's really okay. I'm a big girl. I can handle it, you know. But, you know, don't try to cattle dung me. Oh, man. So, yeah, I'll try and think up another subject to talk about, because, you know, like when you're upset about something, and don't misunderstand me, I'm a big girl. I'm not upset like having sleepless nights about it. I'm just upset that people think they can cattle dung you. Sorry, I put the kettle on. I just want to pour water into my mug, so I can, because this is a craft along. I'm inviting you into my craft room and talking with you as if you're my friend. And actually, in truth, you are my friend. I've made a few really good friends on here already. I'm really connecting to a bunch of people. Now, there's just a thing in the crafter's heart. We connected, and I'm gonna say meeting, but I'm not meeting people. But I mean, I'm online meeting some wonderful people that I really feel a connection to. So yeah, this is me. And as you get to know me, you'll find out I'm not that type of crafter, or type of person rather, that sip of coffee, thank you. Who am I thanking? Thank you, God, for my sip of coffee. I'm not a type of crafter that I don't keep quiet about things. I'm definitely a rebel. I'm definitely not a conformist. I don't do things like other people do it. I don't necessarily mean to do it differently from other people. I'm not a rebel in that sense, that I have to do it differently. But I'm definitely I question the ad hoc system. Is that the right way of using that word? I question the way things are done for the sake of things being done. I'll give you an example in South Africa. I used to work in the bank. I used to work in a call center and in a branch. Sorry for that. And a few years, this is now many years ago, but they had FICA, F-I-C-A, FICA laws come in. I can't remember exactly what it stood for, but it was something like Financial Intelligence, I think Corruption Act or something like that. And FICA rules came in to avoid it where people would open bank accounts in names that didn't exist, and thereby opening a way to launder money, for money laundering. And so what they had to do is from that date on, from when that law came in for FICA, everybody that opened a bank account and everybody that had a bank account that was still active had to go into the bank, and they had to bring their identification document with them to show that they are alive and they exist, because there's a lot of corruption in South Africa where dead people are receiving funds, so they don't actually exist anymore, but they're still getting money from somewhere, like the unemployment fund or pensions, etc. So everybody had to come and prove that they are still alive. And secondly, you had to bring in a utility bill, which is with your address, basically showing that you do have a South African residence, and that you are receiving mail at that residence. So obviously, if you were creating false bank accounts, you wouldn't necessarily be receiving utility bills like water and lights or things like that from anywhere for that address. Obviously, there's other things, like if you rent a place, then the landlord would be the receiver of the utility bill, but then the landlord would have to give you a letter stating that yes, you do rent from him and that you do reside at this address, etc. Alright, so now in the meantime, somebody thought, wow, that's a really cool idea. So now, if you go anywhere in South Africa, they need your proof of residence and your identity document. So your identity document is not an identity document anymore. It's basically half an identity document. The other half of your identity document is a proof of residence document. Which, oh man, I get so frustrated. Because if you ask them, okay, why do you need this? Then they can't tell you, because those are the rules and that's the way we do it, and this is what we do. My mom wanted to renew her car license. It's expiring at the end of this month. So we went there and we stood in the sun for 3 hours before we got in because of the COVID-19 regulations. They can't have too many people inside at once, so you stand outside in the sun waiting and waiting and waiting and frying and waiting. And then after all that waiting, when you get inside, then they want to see your proof of residence to renew your car license, which is already registered on your address, of which you have shown them the proof of residence the first time when you registered it on your name and on your address. you know, and then you ask them why. No, that's the way it's done. That's the way we do it here. So, okay. No, but why do you need my proof? Yeah, because that's the way we do it. So there's no logic behind it. No, there's no, somebody thought it sounds good. It's another way to not help you today. That's mostly how the South African services industry is going at the moment. You go anywhere, and I mean that. There's very few exceptions. And it's basically, okay, what's your problem? How can I not help you today? What obstacle can I place in front of you today so that I do not have to help you today? Yeah, guys can hear I'm not a happy bunny today, mate. I'll try and get in a better mood now. I'm not in a mood. You're just seeing a side of me I haven't shown you yet. My husband is interested, you know, this YouTube channel thing has now caught his interest, and he really loves woodworking. So he's now thinking of opening a channel where he makes these resin furniture, resin tables, you know, like where they have resin and wood, and you see the some parts of the table or the furniture would be resin and some parts would be wood, so you encase the wood in the resin, and then sometimes the resin is colored resin. So my husband is now perhaps interested in doing that, and his eldest daughter is interested in starting a makeup channel. She's 18 now, and that's of course the thing that she's most interested in. So she's thinking of doing that, which is not a bad idea, by the way. I don't know if you guys know anything about RPM and CPM. When you have a YouTube channel and you get to the point where you can monetize the channel, then you have the video creator, the person with the channel, has RPM, which is revenue. I know it says revenue per mil, but mil is 1,000, I think, in Spanish. So RPM is actually revenue per 1,000 views. So, and then you've got CPM. CPM is cost per mil. Now, cost per mil would be applicable to an advertiser. So if you are a shop or a business or a something that wants to advertise on YouTube, then they would say, okay, you want to advertise in front of everybody that watch makeup tutorials, then you would have to pay the cost per 1,000 viewers of the makeup channels to be in front of those clients. You know? Now there's a top 20 ranking in YouTube, so of which type of channels earns the most. So whose RPM, revenue per mil, is the highest? And the highest, the top one on that list, the top channels that gets the most are, do you want to take a guess? Makeup. Yeah. The top channels is makeup channels. So it's not a bad idea for her to start a makeup channel. And but obviously the cost per mil for an advertiser, that's also the most expensive. But if you are selling, ooh, people, don't know what happened there. Am I still recording? I am. I am so sorry. Let me see if I can get this back into. Was I going too roughly on the? Oh man, I'm sorry. That was an earthquake. Since you can't see what's going on there was a huge earthquake here just now. It only lasted like 3 seconds, but it's all over now, and I'm okay. Thank you for worrying about me. I really appreciate. How to not make it your own fault. Another one of my pet hates, people that don't take responsibility for the things that's their own fault. So how am I the victim of here and not the responsible party? Alright, I need to do this a little bit softer, it seems. Maybe I shall put my hands in the air, not put my elbows on the table. Maybe that's my solution. Anyway, so if she does do the makeup channel thing, and she does well, she can actually make a good income from that. But I believe that YouTube is restructuring the whole thing at the moment. And there's a whole bunch of things that they're not paying out for anymore, or like if they suggest your video, and I'm speaking under correction here, please don't quote me, please don't quote me. I heard it somewhere and I haven't verified it. But like if they suggest the video, then you will get less money for that, instead of if people come looking directly for you, then you would get more money. But this YouTube, I don't know if you guys have heard of a lot of channels that have lost subscribers this week. YouTube has a purge, they call it a purge, going on, where they are all the inactive accounts, or people that have closed their accounts or not been active, I think, in 6 months, they have closed those accounts down, and they removed those subscribers from any channels that they are subscribed to. Plus spam accounts, so people that are apparently there's sites where you can buy subscribers, and where people teach other people how to get extra subscribers in scaly ways, in ways that it shouldn't be. And if your channel was identified as being such a channel, that get the things in scaly ways. I don't know if you know what I mean by scaly. I don't know if that's a South African word or an international word. If you did it by translating. If you got subscribers in a way that wasn't considered ethical. Okay, so in a thieving way, just in an unethical way, then YouTube would close those accounts. Now, if those accounts were closed, and they were subscribed to my channel, then I would lose those subscribers. Which basically happened to nearly everybody. These channels that lost, there's one guy that had over 600 subscribers, and after one day, this thing has been going on for about 5 days. It seems to have stopped now. But after one day, he had 11 subscribers. I will cry, people. I will cry. I lost, over the whole of the 5 days, 44 subscribers, which is quite a chunk. But then again, coming back to what I said earlier, I would much rather have real subscribers really wanting to watch your videos, rather than people that just subscribe for me subscribing to them. And I've had that. I think I mentioned it in a previous video, that I had this total influx from Indonesian channels that they come in and then they say, I'm supporting you, hope you support me back. And I didn't even know that sub for sub was illegal, so of course you go and support back. And I think those channels were closed. I don't think any inactive channels affected me, because I mean I'm a brand new channel, so nobody that actually subscribed to me could have not been active for 6 months, you know. That's not, I mean, my name, my craft portal channel name hasn't even existed for 6 months. So there's no way that I could have had that. I must have had a bunch of people that got subscribers in unethical ways, and then I lost those subscribers. I just want to check if I'm still recording again. I do seem to be recording. Okay, we're about on a half hour now. So I wish you could shout back at me. Do I go on and then, because I still have to put the Velcro on, or do I stop here? Come on guys, shout louder, shout louder, can't hear you. And the crowd goes, woo, no, louder. Let's see how fast or slow this is going to be. Right, so I think I'm going to use half. I'm not quite happy with that quarter thingy, or that, not quarter, a third of this. I'm going to use a half a thingamajig. Hook and loop tape. Is that right? Hook and loop dots. People, I remembered. I am very, 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 very proud of myself. Okay, let's do that. Alright, so that one goes... okay, that one goes there. Just seeing that I'm putting it on the exact right spot. And that one goes there. Okay. Now we need one here. Alright. So what did I put? I put the hooky one at the bottom there and the hooky one at the bottom there. So the hooky one goes to the bottom there. So the top one put some glue on. Come on, you were working 2 seconds ago. Don't be like that. Why is this not working now? So seriously not working now. Why is that? Why is that, people? Let's see if we can undo something here. Don't do this, okay? Do you see here what I'm doing right now? Don't do this, okay? Not good. This is a tutorial on what not to do. No, the glue is still not coming out. I'm gonna need something sharp to put in here. So guys, just give me a moment. I'm just gonna look around for something sharp quickly. Come on, something sharp, something sharp. Okay, I've got a toothpicky thingy. Hope this works. Let's see if my toothpicky thingy will work. It was working a few minutes ago. Not sure what happened here now. I mean, it couldn't have dried up in that time. Okay, let's see if it works now. Nope. Not want to work along with me. Comes to mama. Come on, comes to mama. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this way now. Again, this is not the way to do it. Don't do it this way, okay? This is a really good demonstration of not doing it this way. Okay, I'm just gonna pull it off there. And add glue in the way that you should not do it. And great, there we go. Okay, I think I'm gonna put that one on a plastic there. I think I'm gonna cut this one out. Makes it a little bit easier to maneuver. Alright, and then let's move to the next one.